Yo, 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 what up, motherfuckers? We back with another exciting, fantastic episode of The Conceited Nobody, brought to you by everywhere, because we streaming on everything. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, motherfucking iHeartRadio, and we have our own app, and we have our own YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Conceited Nobody, and make sure you download the app. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Video posted every Friday on the YouTube channel. We the best. Come on, man. Who better than us? Stuck conceited nobody. And we concerned by nobody.
It's the conceited nobody, and we concerned by nobody. You niggas probably, you niggas copy us. We see you copy the poppy, you don't be showing love. We out here blowing trees, you out here smoking dust.
Yo, what up? We back. Another episode of the best podcast you never heard of. Before I kick off my rant, my monologue, thanks, Corey. Before I kick it off, I want to introduce the team, because sometimes we get a rant and raving and we don't get the introduction.
Conversation for people around
Deep
here.
as fuck. And then 15, 20 minutes later, hey everybody.
Yeah.
By the way.
It's my cousin Bob, but it's cousin Bob.
What's up? You already know how I'm looking forward to aka the blueprint here with the squad. We got Corey GQ Fresh.
Yeah.
We got the homie, my favorite Muslim.
Present.
Then we got
Present.
Then we got the glue man. The engine of the whole motherfucking thing. Renaissance motherfucking Jew.
You know it.
But we back up in here, man, and I want to kick it off. This world crazy. This world crazy, man. And with the advent of social media, I have to admit it's got crazy. We was having a discussion offline where we got talking about police brutality and police shooting, and he said that it seems to him that it seems to be more reefer. No, more shooting and shit than it has been. And some people dispute those things, and they say that it's not more shooting; it's just more visible. And it's kind of hard to like substantiate that either or on either side of that argument. I think that it's conjecture and shit that can be argued. I don't know if you can actually find facts to support it. But we do know that since the advent of social media, people running around with cameras, you see it a lot more. I remember coming up, all we see was the Rodney King shit. That was like our introduction. Outside of those people involved in their lifestyle, people in California and Los Angeles in that particular community, they tell you that it was common for police to abuse their power and fuck niggas up. It's like people who came up in that area or any major city, this is nothing new to them. But excuse me, when the Rodney King situation happened, it opened everybody's eyes into things. Which in 2018 we see it so much that it becomes nothing. We get numb to it. You know what I'm saying? We like.
Let me ask a question.
Hold on. Get to this. Mono means one. I'm the only one. No, but what I was kind of going off what I want to talk about, because I'm talking about today and how social media. I hate to be the person who blames social media for what's going on. Social media is just an entity that allows us to express ourselves, but we've often heard that you never know a person's true feelings until you give them a microphone. When a person has an audience and shit and people looking at them, I think they manifest their true selves. Show out, if you will. Which I think with this platform, this social media platform, you see people act out. We out here trying to impress people who don't matter. We've seen those memes before, and that's generally how it is. And the reason why I want to just regulate it to social media is because before social media, we would do things like go get tennis shoes. Like when we was kids, this is not something that just happened in our adult lives. When you're a kid, you want to get some brand new shit. just to wow your classmates. Just for them to be like, nigga, you stunning. And generally, you don't give a fuck about them, but it's something about that adulation, something about them saying you the shit that makes you want to stand out. And I always said that, I'm not a person who's gonna say that I've never been on that side of the coin. I've been a person who did some shit because everybody else said it was cool. But when they said, ooh, it didn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, this shit didn't even mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I did all this just for them. And I wasn't a person like that feeling. Because I felt like I was being fake, not to anybody else, but to myself. If I'm being fake to myself, man, that's the most painful shit ever. Like, anybody else call me fake, you this, that, and other, it don't affect me. But if I feel that in my soul and shit, it burns me. And so, all this I'm saying, it predates social media, but social media gives you an audience and it gives some people the gumption to act just a little bit more tougher. Present themselves to be a little bit more smarter. They do a lot of things that they normally wouldn't do, but because it's somebody watching, they hop out that window. No parachute, don't give a fuck how they fall, just as long as everybody applaud. Broke kneecap, I don't give a fuck. Broke neck, I don't give a fuck. I embarrassed myself, I don't care. They liked it. And in these situations when the shit hit the fans, it seems like everybody want to fall back and play victim. And there's a couple situations we're gonna talk about. We touched on it last week with the Tekashi 6ix9ine shit, 6ix9ine if you asking Corey. We touched on that last week. And in Corey's defense, I think I read that it's 6ix9ine before, but I had their vocalized. So I said 6ix9ine, and I said I'm never saying that shit again. I ain't 6ix9ine. I never thought 6ix9ine bullshit. But the thing is, the whole thing with this show is live your truth. And we hear that. And I don't think that people actually like adopt the ideology and shit and take it for what it really means. Because when you live your truth, can't nobody call you out on shit.
Nope.
I always tell people that I'm a hard motherfucker to fuck with. And what I mean by that is like, I'm uncall outable. There's nothing nobody can say to embarrass me, humiliate me, or nothing because I don't do sucker shit. I don't do things to embarrass myself. Anything I do, even if I don't want somebody to know, if somebody found out, you couldn't expose me. Because I don't do weird shit. I don't do shit that bother my soul, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell people all the time, I can stand right now, and the Most High come down and be like, hey, and he can read off my whole rap sheet. And the most, like, the worst thing, I'll be like, hold on. The worst shit, I'll be like, let me think, I mean, my shit is so minimum. Like, my shit, it's like if you read my rap sheet, you be like, fuck it, I can't do nothing with this. And then you just start throwing rocks at me and shit. Because you couldn't get me no other way. I can live my truth. And what enables that, like I just said, though, is to be true to yourself. When you walk with confidence to where you don't care if they applaud, to you don't care if they criticize you and things like that, life is comfortable. But some people, on the other hand, they not comfortable with being themselves. We seen this with Tekashi, and all that shit is coming true. I'm just a rapper, sir. That's what he's screaming right now, and now he's being ridiculed. I said that I never understood, and I'll be on the side of the motherfucker who cheer too. But I've never understood the joy of seeing somebody fall. I've never understood it. Like, we see it in sports. You fight, Jabbar. And you don't even have to be a fighter to know this, but you in particular, you seen, like, say for instance, we see a Floyd Mayweather. We know people buy his pay-per-views because they want to see him lose. You know what I'm saying? It's something about if Floyd Mayweather loses a fight, it makes somebody else feel like they want to fight. And it's strange to me. We see it with Ronda Rousey. I've never been a Ronda Rousey fan. I've never been a Conor McGregor fan. But I'm a fan of people who win. So when they lose, I mean, the memes are funny. When they had the Manny Pacquiao when he got sparked by Juan Manuel Marquez, funniest memes ever. But some people was too happy. You know what I'm saying? And I could never understand that.
I don't understand that either, yes.
So when you, like, say for instance, Ronda Rousey, she got out there, she did what she did. She felt like she was living her truth. I'm sure it didn't bother her. Conor McGregor, he seemed like he don't give a fuck when he lose. He talking shit, but his loss mean more for other people than it do him. He keeps it moving. It's wins and losses in life and shit. It's up to you how you react to them. With this Dwight Howard shit that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna go into detail about it. We're gonna read the story, whatever. But if you live in your truth, you can't be exposed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you a fun boy, be the best fun boy you can be. You know what I'm saying? Don't do shit where nobody can expose you. If somebody can expose you, man, like say for instance, if you just sit on Instagram lying all day, perpetrating, you know what I'm saying? Everything come to life. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody sitting there like this lying motherfucker. This motherfucker betraying some shit like he filthy rich and shit. This nigga's on fixed income. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker, it's certain things. This motherfucker acting like he got all these cars and shit. His baby mama take care of him. You know, it's people sitting around waiting for that downfall. But if you live in your truth,
look at all that flyer on the table. He ain't no real
can't
dope boy.
nobody fuck with you. So that's the theme of the show, man. And I'll take pride in, if I don't take pride in shit else, I take pride in that anytime somebody meet me, they meeting the real me. If I post something on social media, it is not something I want to be, something I wish I was, or something that somebody else want me to be. You are always getting me. And sometimes you don't get all of me because everybody can't handle the whole tours. I hurt feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like if I was just brutally, and I don't even like the term brutally honest, because I think brutally dishonest is more appropriate, because that's brutal to be dishonest. But if I was just 100% honest with motherfuckers and shit, it'd be people talking about mental health is tearing apart the black community, slit their wrists and shit. So when I hold back and shit, it's because of other people, but I never like hide myself. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about in the midst of these subjects and shit, just how people need to live their truths. You know what I'm saying? When we talk about these things we get into, plus we're gonna talk about some entertainment shit. Let's talk some Bad Boys 3. We'll talk about that. Talk about some other buddy comedies that we like. I checked out the Creed shit this weekend. Anybody get check that out?
I'm gonna go Tuesday.
Check it out, shit.
Yeah, it's decent.
I heard the boxing scene was nice.
Terrible.
Really?
Terrible. And I'm gonna tell you, as a boxer, if a boxer told you that shit, you go feel like.
Carissa tweeted that shit. That's why I said it.
She don't know shit.
Be on some, she must just be on
I'm gonna tell you this shit, and then we're gonna get to the shit. But I'm gonna tell you this, and Carl, since y'all ain't seen it, I don't want to spoil it. First off,
he died in the ring.
I keep saying Rocky. Cause I'm old. Every movie that Rocky's in, goddamn, is Rocky. I said Rocky. Shit, my nigga said you mean Creed.
It's Rocky 6, ain't it?
No, you like 4 Rockies beyond.
She
do got Rocky 6.
It was 5 with Tommy Morrison, and then it was Rocky 6.
It's like 8. Yeah, it's like 8. It's like 8.
No, Rocky 5 was the one with Tommy Gunn. Rocky Balboa would have been 6.
Yeah.
So
Creed 7 is 8. Hell yeah.
And he fighting a black dude.
Have a son?
That's just Rocky Balboa, yeah.
Where's his son at in these movies?
You gotta watch it. If you want me to spoil it, I can spoil it. But no,
I know.
It wasn't in the
Not
first
no
movie, was it? Yeah, it was. They said something about it.
I'm going shit too. I
But
don't care.
I want to say this though, as far as the fight scene. First off, Rocky, Creed, whatever, they're never just boxing movies. They movies that got like different layers and shit. It's something about Rocky.
Last time.
Somebody said that about Stallone. You said that before?
What?
We had that conversation about Sylvester Stallone
I don't think so.
and his approach to movies. Somebody said about Stallone. We're gonna tell
This
the
the
story.
crazy shit though, because I was just thinking, like I've been watching Sylvester Stallone since I was little, all kinds of movies, and I never really thought too much about his approach. But I thought about it, I said, man, he makes some good ass movies and shit where they got themes. Well, in particular these Rocky movies, and the characters, they all got depth, from Paulie to fucking Mickey to the antagonist Clubber Lang, Apollo. Everybody got a personality and shit, and it's a thing to it. So, and this is no different. Without giving no spoilers, I think that the only thing I don't like is the backstory to Adonis. Apollo's son. I don't like the backstory.
He's a mistress.
Quick.
Baby of whatever. They try to say he's a baby of the side chick or some shit.
No, I'm not even just talking about that. Though. I'm just talking about how he got. Because we know from the last one he was a fucking like a financial analyst or some shit.
Yeah.
Now he's in potential be.
And it's a disrespect to how heavyweight boxing is. You can't just pop up and or even like heavyweight to start.
Yeah.
That shit, I don't like that part of the story. But it didn't take away from the whole part of the story.
Okay.
But you,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that kind of gave you clout, like the whole little the Apollo Creed and the thing, like that shit happens nowadays where boxers would be in limelight because of somebody else and they shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
Like
Julio Cesar Chavez.
Junior,
Hell
people
yeah.
fighting in no fucking fight.
Hell yeah.
You feel me?
I mean, the way they set the story up for this one, I mean, it's a good story in this one, but back to the fight scene real quick. What I don't like is I watch boxing and I watch heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
They are heavyweights. They throw in punches like featherweights.
Oh, here's that.
It's unfucking realistic. I mean, it's just so many. I mean, from the open bell, it's thunder shots. There's no filling out shit, but it's a movie. It's a Rocky movie. So
it worked back in the day.
Exactly. And that's it. The fight scenes in the old Rocky was fucking terrible. We go back and watch. Oh, them motherfuckers is terrible. They was just a little bit better than Dolomite movies.
Oh, damn.
But look, the shit just look too. The shit is brutal as fuck. The shit is brutal. These punches it's a movie. I cringe at some of the body shots. We don't see, and I'm saying this as a person, as a casual fan of movies and boxing, you won't see shit like this. But I'm a boxing fan.
Remember Rocky used to Jones, he'd get punched in the body.
Hell yeah. So then it's brutal. It's brutal as fuck. These I've never seen heavyweights throw body shots like this in this fight. This shit is fucking crazy. I was literally fucking cringing and shit then the part. But overall, in the context of the type of movie it is, sports movie, and considering longevity in this whole series, man, I give this shit a strong hate. In the context of what kind of movie it is, because they got a hell of a fucking story. The underlying story, it seemed like they probably tried to put too much into one story as far as like developing stuff. But this shit was good. The shit was good, man. Worth seeing. You get a chance to go check that shit out.
8 for Rocky 8. Go see that movie, man. If y'all get a chance.
Yeah, and it wasn't no dead part.
You should do a breakdown of it on Thursday. Fake boxing with the.
I mean, it's gonna really stand out. Like if you already seen the shit, you know exactly what I'm saying. It really stand out then, though. But what's been shaking? Though y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving?
Man, it's hectic. Man, I ain't get the feeling. I feel like moving around too damn much, trying to train and live with family, stay in shape. You know, because I was supposed to be maybe fighting and shit, man, but.
You ain't fighting this weekend, are you?
That shit's still up in the air. Shit, I'm in shape. I'll beat the motherfucker up right now. So
they got a nice car too, though.
Yeah, they got a nice car. Shout out to them, man. They I see what they trying to do. You know, shout out any promoter that's trying to give us a platform and let us hop on these cars. Like, shout out all y'all, you know, because this shit ain't happening nowhere else.
Right.
Like, motherfuckers is paying that money. You can't just go hot. Like, motherfuckers be hitting me up from the amateurs that I know from other states. How the fuck you getting these fights? You got a manager? No, I ain't got no manager. They actually hopping on these cars. Yeah. How the fuck you doing all this shit? You know? But, they be fucking up. They need to get their shit together, but, you know, we ain't gonna get too in depth on that shit, but I had a decent weekend. What y'all Thanksgiving?
Hold on, no, but you said you in shape though.
I'm in full blast shape. I ain't never felt so. Man, look, I went 10 rounds the other day.
10?
I don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah, 10.
You don't want to hear that?
One spar partner. Three motherfuckers. Get him out here. Bring me another one. Bring him out here. You look like a horn in the ring. Come on, next.
You don't believe that side? I was about to say, there's a space right there. That guy here.
That's where I'm at. Like from here on, like next year.
You believe?
Next year, I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck. Just give me a date. I don't give a fuck who I fight no more. That's where I'm at with it. Like, I'll fight any motherfucking body. I don't give a fuck who it is.
You ain't
I just missed some
days.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm in my prime right now. You feel me? Fuck it. I'm like, it's time to get it.
You ain't even in your prime yet,
I ain't
though.
there yet, but I feel like
I'm talking about like far as age and shit, because you still got a lot of time and shit.
Good.
That's how come you gotta pump your brakes.
I ain't
gotta pump your motherfucking brakes. You gotta
I'm really hyping myself.
I still got time to beat people up. Relax, nigga.
I ain't gonna just fight anybody. We gonna do it smart.
That's how it is, though.
That's how I feel. Like,
that's
I'm
a fighter
confident right
mentality.
now. That's where I'm at with it. I'm confident and I'm ready to.
That's a fighter mentality, man. People don't understand, man, the mentality you gotta have to be a boxer, man. And I'm not talking about just somebody who's successful.
For anybody who can dedicate themselves to a training camp, I used to always say, man, if people don't understand that boxing is the ultimate meat sport.
I did an 8-week training camp for this last fight.
Did what?
8 weeks.
Yeah.
And that was in, you gotta think, boxers, that's what I be telling people, like boxers, this is all they fucking do. You gotta think of an 8-week training camp and they doing that, and I gotta go to work. I've been dealing with that army shit, you know, doing all that extracurricular shit I be doing, and I'm not no bum, you know, I be getting them in. You know, shit, I'm top tier, you know, so.
That's how I be though.
Speaks for my work ethic.
Motherfuckers don't be knowing like this fighter named Joe Smith. He was a person, man, who wasn't too popular. Working class dude. You know Joe Smith? Mm-hmm. He went into Bernard Hopkins' career. That's not Bernard Hopkins out his last fight. Not Bernard Hopkins to the road, white boy. But he had a full-time job and shit. Mm-hmm. After he won his title, he went back to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's many ways to become champion, many roles and shit. I'm destined to, and I guarantee that we're gonna be at the show as a unit when you do that shit.
This WB, one of these belts or all 4 of these belts gonna be on this table.
Damn.
Definitely gonna have that conversation.
Yeah.
We gonna be interviewing this nigga. If I got time, if I got time, I can see it. I'll be there, Mr. Jones. Hey, but what else been going on? Aside, you out there on your Indian killing day?
Yeah, man. You know, I went down to Fogo de Chao.
Oh yeah.
So you did what?
Fogo de
That's
Chao.
what the green car, red car.
A little upscale, you know, a little upscale restaurant for us.
Oh, you can eat meat.
What's the best meat?
What's the best?
I'm super curious. What's the best meat you ate there? Pause. What's the best type of meat you ate there?
Open that door. You should say you went to a restaurant.
Because he a fake ass bull.
Damn. Make it red hell.
I had some lamb. But it was the beef. It was a certain cut.
You like lamb?
Yeah, it's strong meat. But I grew up on
it. Go ahead, though. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Took a lot of that strong big dick.
Hold on now. You ain't supposed to continue that.
Go ahead, where is this at though, man?
Yeah, Fogo de Chao, a little Brazilian restaurant. They got all you can eat where you get all different entrees, different cuts from around Brazil, actually, different flavors. You can do pork, chicken, beef, lamb.
Expensive.
Ribs. Yeah.
Wait, because I don't see. I'm like not a baller.
Like a $65 a person.
Like
what?
There's 2 options.
Hold on, man.
Are you going
to the cheapest option?
Go to lunch for $30, or go.
You can watch.
You can watch.
You don't get no card.
Yeah.
She didn't have no card. She was watching.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
You get water.
Or go to Devere, Indiana.
Yeah,
Wait a
it's
minute, man.
$20 for the. It's $25 for the salad bar, which on Thanksgiving has.
When they say salad bar, that means salad bar croutons and.
Nah, it's Brazilian salad, so it's like.
But it's still fucking vegetables and shit.
You ain't getting no romaine lettuce. There's no romaine lettuce. There's a scoop of something from Brazil that's cold.
It's not no romaine lettuce?
Nah, it ain't no nigga salad. It's broccoli. There's cold garlic, which I had a few pieces of those, like whole garlic, which is cold. It's just a bunch of cold stuff that you get out of somebody's garden. They don't go together. You don't get no salad dressing. It's not that type of salad bar. You get some fruit, some other stuff, asparagus, cold, broccoli's dead cold. I asked her, y'all cook it? She said, no, they rinse it. It's just cold.
Sure. Yeah.
That's how they do it in Brazil. But then the actual entrees are $60. And you only, it's one choice. It's either you get the entree where people come around, they offer you different cuts, or you don't get a card and you don't get none. There's no in between. Maybe lunch.
You can get that $20 baked potato.
And there's no baked potato. The only thing that's close to what we eat is mashed potatoes and garlic mashed potatoes. That's it. There's no greens. There's no bread. There's no rolls.
What was the best thing that you had there?
Steak. Unseasoned. He said it wasn't seasoned, but it tastes like one. I give him that. It tastes like one. But
how you like your steak?
Medium well.
Do you?
You like your shit bleed?
Nah. But right past pink, where it's like just barely you can still see it.
How you like yours, school?
Well done.
In Africa, they say the fresher the meat, the less germ.
The fresh.
Fresher?
Story.
Like, what do you mean
True
fresher?
story. They said
If
a friend of mine who went to school, they ate tradition. They eat lion.
Or is it the wilder to eat the last germs?
No, like when you kill it, we eat
shit.
now because the blood hasn't caught no. I don't know what. It hasn't turned yet. Literally, so you eat it right there. It's tradition. You said. You got a little blood. It's supposed to be not too bad.
I'm not eating no fucking blood, nigga.
Yeah.
That's black.
But
That's abominable.
Medium
nigga.
well don't have blood. Medium well shouldn't have no
Nah,
blood.
that shit-
That's okay, man.
Medium don't have blood. Medium just mostly pink. Medium well is less pink, so it's
Kind
cut.
like yesterday.
It's like roast beef.
Yeah.
I don't even know shit that look like it can almost bleed.
Yeah.
That's just me though. I mean, I don't know. We just like roast beef.
Yeah, roast beef ain't cooked 100% all the way. But yeah, let's.
That's how it developed. Yeah.
That's how it is.
Would you go back?
Nah.
And where was it?
Never.
One and done.
I got there, but I was trying to be too cool not to walk out. You know.
Oh man, you gotta live your truth. I can't
See.
afford this shit. I'm out of
It's a good
here.
thing, but the other person only had nothing but water. I said, so we can make this work. You know, this still counts. You know, we went out, so here we are.
That's what's up. You ever been there?
I was gonna go on DeVar, Indiana, and I was like,
Have you ever been there?
walked in, walked out.
Live your truth,
Yeah,
nigga.
walked in, walked out.
Most expensive place I've been was the Cheesecake Factory. I'm not a gourmet eater though, man.
Yeah,
I ain't
that's-
trying to be
This
fancy.
is retarded.
You ain't gonna hear here and talk me into some shit. Hey man, this is what everybody doing. Ain't
This
you a
little
baller
piece of
nigga?
steak is $100.
Is that worth it? I mean,
Yeah. You been there?
Fogo de Chao? No, I've never been there.
What is it called again?
Fogo de Chao.
What you get into, Cooper?
Shit, went over a couple people's house and made it home in time to watch the Saints play. That's about it. I ain't do shit.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We're gonna kick this off, man, with somebody who shouldn't have did shit. First off, let's continue what we was talking about last week. We was mentioning living your truth. There's someone who's very man, this nigga sent me one more motherfucking picture.
Did he? Damn.
You gotta talk to your nigga, man.
Your first artist.
You gotta talk to your man. Hey, we talked last week about Tekashi, man. I think that this week it's a little bit more serious than I thought it was. And there's a lot of variables going into this situation. And
You thought it was fake last week.
we always talk about people who
you gotta listen.
we always like have an opinion, man, of what somebody should do or what they shouldn't do. And they went to court today, am I right?
Yeah,
Or was it
yesterday. They went yesterday.
They went to court. I think they was getting arraigned or whatever. Niggas out here think they living in fucking movies and shit.
Oh, boy.
I'm checking out this complex article. It say everything we learned in 6ix9ine court hearing. First off, this is a prime example of somebody living their truth. You have to admit, hey, it's too late to live it now. You a gangster.
Yeah.
East Clientfield. You ever seen Carlito's Way? You ever seen that? Once you commit that murder, nigga,
you there.
Anyway, it says everything we learned in 6ix9ine's court hearing. This is from Complex. On Monday morning at Thurgood Marshall Courthouse in Manhattan, Judge Paul A. Engelmayer presided over the court case that grabbed the attention of the rap world. And I want to say, little white boy ain't got my attention, but you know what? I've been fucking lie. I've been posted. So he was arrested and five of his former running partners, as they say. 6ix9ine didn't speak. Other than he seen the charges against him, he mostly kept his eyes toward the judge, occasionally looking behind him and yawning. He was representing. It's crazy when you know you in a fucked up situation, but you gotta act like you don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. It's not as dire as 6ix9ine situation, but it's like, say for instance, you write a girl a note, say, will you go in a circle, yes or no? And before you get the answer, you see her walking down the hall holding somebody else's hand, but you gotta play it off like you ain't tripping and shit. You know? I can do the time.
Yeah.
But Monday's court hearing followed last week's indictment of 6ix9ine, his former manager, Kafano Shotty Jordan, and four of their associates on a variety of racketeering-related crimes. First off, who the fuck is Treyway? Is that the gang or?
That's the gang. The 9 Trey Bloods is Treyway, and that's the name of the actual company.
I thought Treyway was one person. I thought it was one person.
That's what he led them to believe.
Yeah.
That's what he followed.
Okay.
Okay. That was
They
pretty
say he
sweet.
didn't even sit next to him in court. He was like, I need my own table.
The indictment, which you can be found here, there's a link on his website, accuses the defendants of being members of a criminal organization under the non-trade gangster bloods. I will never say Suwu again. 1 week after the initial indictment, 4 to 6 defendants were in the downtown Manhattan courtroom. They were arraigned. They were in jumpsuits and shackles. It was 6ix9ine, Shawty, Jamel, Mel Murder, Jones, Jensel, Ish, Butler, co-defendant Fahim Crippy, Walter. He's in the hospital from being shot. At a meeting they all had together, man, it's some crazy shit going on.
When he beat the Chomo case,
What happened?
he went to go talk to the label head, and the dude was like, nah, they can't come in. And he was like, fuck, I'll come in. So I guess the other dude, security, shot him in the stomach. So,
It's crazy. The courtroom was about 3/4 full, mostly family members. 6ix9ine are pleading not guilty. The trial's going to begin in 2019, September. That is a long time. I was reading through it earlier. It said that initially the prosecutors wanted to go in July. Or was it? Yeah, was it
June, July.
They wanted to go in April or May. Tekashi was trying to get in the fall. The judge was going to go July, but then they eventually settled on that court date. They said they're going to use this motherfucker's Instagram account against him. They said they're going to use the Shawty dudes, his Snapchat against him. This goes to show how that people be convicted themselves.
Oh, you heard other shit, did you?
No, what else?
They got a confidential informant that was wearing a wire.
Yeah, that's
And
a
they're
little
with
bit further down in the article.
Yeah. And they said they got some more charges coming. They're going to indict some more people. So they had a Donnie Brasco.
That's crazy. But they're going to use their Instagram account to social media. And this goes a little bit to living your truth. If you're not about that motherfucking life, I'm going to tell you some real shit. It's crazy how I wonder, like all the gangsters and shit who was before the social media shit, how would they react to social media? Like, it's easy for them to be like, these young boys ignorant and shit. We wasn't getting down like that, but they didn't have the opportunity to. So you have to wonder and stuff if they would have reacted like this. Like, I wonder how I'd have been in school if I had social media. You know what I'm saying? If I'm sitting around and shit, I don't know how I'd have been ignorant and shit. I'd have been ignorant because I got some deviance in me now. So you can just imagine I was 16 and shit. But I'm speaking, recording, bitches peeing and shit. I'm under the motherfucking star eyes on sick shit, you know what I'm saying? But this shit gonna be used against him. We know last week his lawyer said that this is an act. This is a facade. He's really not a gangster. And I'm inclined to believe. Well, I know he's not a gangster, but he just started fucking with them, they said, last year.
2 years ago.
Go ahead, tell the story. What happened?
But it takes 2 years. Like they said he started joining them 2 years ago when he started rapping. And the reason he caught the RICO charge, because all it takes is 2 years for you being with the enterprise. Because they've been investigated since 2013. But since he came on the last 2 years, and they try to make him the money man, probably more or less anything.
Just zoom through it real quick. They all the evidence gonna be used against him and shit. And they kept him separate from his codees. They said that he wasn't really making eye contact with him. I can imagine like it's tension everywhere. It's the revelation that they said they had a CR. Tekashi, his lawyer, saying that when your lawyer go in here saying shit like this, when you say shit like they got a CR. So now it got to make us think about certain things. That's not some shit a confident lawyer is supposed to say.
Yeah.
It's making me feel like since they got some shit, we might be hit. You don't, even if you got to convey that to your client and shit, you never present that weak ass facade in public. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got a CR. You something like, I don't care about a CR. My client's innocent. Yeah. But it's like I'm not familiar with his counsel or anything. Or
unless he's saying he's gonna have to cut some type of deal. Before the
that's what's gonna happen.
That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen now. But did you see what Shotty yelled out on the way out the courtroom?
What'd he say?
He's like, he got us said, we don't bend, we don't fold. It's fucking Treyway.
You watch that shit live, didn't you?
Nah, this shit has been everywhere. This shit was on CNN.
They didn't show it, did they?
They didn't show it. They put the article up.
They just put the article, man. they ain't. I don't know. If
This creative license, he's taking
Yeah.
creative license.
Yeah, like he watched a good ass movie. I'm like,
That's what it seemed like.
But
Shit,
listen,
like
I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit right here.
if you get tickets, you'd have been there.
Nito Brown. Oh, this shit bigger than Nito Brown.
Real shit, man. Everybody always say what they'd do in a certain situation. I've been in a situation where I didn't know who the fuck was telling, but I knew somebody was telling.
Yeah.
Live your truth. If you are a gangster, if you are a real nigga, you sit there and do real nigga shit. You shut the fuck up. Or lie. You don't tell the truth. You definitely don't tell the fucking truth. But in this case right here, I don't know if y'all privy to it or y'all read it, but you know that they was talking about fucking him up, right? You hear that song?
It's super violate shit.
And I think that this indictment was sped up just because of that, and that's what they're saying. Like they told him basically, these niggas gonna fuck you up. Like it's like in a group, the sucker always the one who don't know he the sucker. It's only the sucker who don't know he's the sucker. And everybody else is like, you around wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it stands out. They letting you do all this talking, all this rah-rah shit. You know, just aside from these indictments taking place, you never hear the other niggas saying shit. They play the background and shit. They doing what they doing. They letting this nigga be cute and shit, stand out here and shit, get this money. But at the end, we're gonna fuck you up, which I don't understand that logic. He's the breadwinner. Even if you know he's a sucker, man, you play that like you said. You made a joke yesterday and shit in our chat. You said you was gonna get one of the kids turned into 6ix9ine. And I was right today, and I thought about it. I said, we can manufacture. Somebody gotta fill this void. We need to get us a little dusty ass motherfucker, wanna be cool ass motherfucker, and CB4's ass.
Malibu most wanted.
This shit right here is just, it's so fucking manufactured and shit. Like I used to go back and look. Well, I go back and look, but I seen a picture of him as a youth. And I see pictures of him as a child, man. I know he wasn't about that motherfucking life, right? I know he wasn't about that motherfucking life. But they fucking with him. They fucking with him. It's like the ultimate troll. It's like these niggas putting him up there was the ultimate fucking troll. You know what I'm saying? Let him think he down with us, let him scream blood. Because obviously he wanted that lifestyle. And he seemed to be like, realizing too late that it was too late. So just with this shit right here, I want y'all to be honest. If you what's his name, Daniel? Because he don't want to be 6ix9ine right now. If you Daniel, what's his last name?
Hernandez.
If you Danny H, are you cutting the deal?
Yes. If I'm Daniel Hernandez, I'm definitely cutting the deal. Like, for my part, now I ain't gonna do the part where, hey, they was over there selling the drugs, and I'm like, hey, what can I get for the lowest time without having to tell? Just let me get my little time and let me go.
That's not cutting the deal. You ain't gonna know what I tell him. You gotta tell him.
I won't be in a situation.
That's why it's about hypothetical.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you was Daniel, would you roll?
I'm Daniel. I got to. I mean, he ain't got no choice. He's gonna have to do what the team tells him to do. I think they knew it was coming too. He knew it was coming.
The week before,
yeah,
a few days before.
You know, and that's why he fired them all. He said, "Look, we gotta start the distancing plan now."
That was financial though.
Yeah.
But I think he also knew because the way
the feds scooped him up and warned him.
The way he started talking, because even on his last interview, he started talking about how a lot of the shit he just do for people to laugh at, but he ain't about to really be in certain blocks at certain times.
He said that.
Yeah.
He said on the Unknown show, but yeah. So yeah, I got to. I ain't got no choice, and he's not gonna necessarily tell, but he's gonna allow his phone to tell.
What about you?
Man.
He done already told, baby.
See, I always be thinking, me personally, I feel like I ain't cut like that, so I'm just like, I ain't saying nothing.
No, we're not talking about Javar.
Oh, like him?
We're talking about you day.
He gonna wait. He gonna wait it out.
Man, he might as well do it.
No, shit, like he very good.
I mean, once they done told you 2019, because he ain't about to make bail.
I don't know.
He still got
bail
bail.
He ain't about to make bail. Unless they make it.
We don't they haven't even gave him a deal.
Yeah.
But I tell
If
him,
they present you with the opportunity.
He ain't gonna take it at first. He gonna wait till it get to the end of that trial.
I'm telling. I'm telling.
He gonna
I'm not
wait it out.
hesitating.
yeah, fuck, he ain't
Like
gonna
they
do
Hold
it.
on. This why. It's a reason. I'm not. If I'm him and we all solid, I'm not telling.
Right.
But once you play back the tapes with these motherfuckers talking about killing me,
Yeah.
well, you've taken $2 million from me. There's no loyalty. Y'all broke that shit.
Yeah.
I don't have to be loyal to none of you niggas. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm not even a nigga.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I'm getting out of this shit. You motherfuckers can die. Everybody jumped on he gonna rap, but they don't know the variables of this shit.
That's what
Well, listen, once you tell me, once they say you gonna kill me,
And take
and now not just you telling me, but you gotta play it for me. If you say this shit, like I mentioned Carlito's way when Carlito knew that Kleinfeld was trying to fuck him over, send him back to the joint. Y'all gotta check it out, classic movie. He still didn't roll. What he did, he handled the business in the streets. He got Kleinfeld killed, but Daniel's not in that situation where he can handle business. You know what I'm saying? And this is why they keeping him locked up without no bail, because they know that everybody say that feds have slam dunk cases. I don't know how slam dunk this case is if they won't let him out on bail. You're not even getting
They
it.
saying he a menace. That's why
He's not a menace. That's what I mean.
He can't move without
he can't move without.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
What the fuck you
they
gonna
gonna listen. This is when you gonna know you tell them what they want to hear.
96
When they grant him bail. Once he gets bail, you gotta know that it's been some kind of agreement made. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want him. This is how come they said that the police said they tried to warn him. They said they wrote a letter to Ebro to try to warn. They told Ebro they tried to warn Daniel. Daniel ain't listening. The reason why you warn Daniel is because you identify with Daniel. They look at him like a little white boy who's appropriating black culture and who's not really knowing what he's going to get into, but they trying to separate him from that bullshit. Anybody check out the Fat Joe interview? He said the same shit. He sat there and told that motherfucker face to face, you have to distance yourself or reel these niggas in. You know what I'm saying? He's like the face because he's not a leader. A leader will harness that shit. He said these are grown men. I can't stop them from doing what they doing. Right then, you could tell like he don't understand the gravity of this shit. So he had the signs, the warning signs, but he got that youthful, ain't shit gonna happen feeling.
That's
you know
what's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
save him at the end of the day. When he gets out of
You know what this kind of remind me of?
this is gonna be his youth.
Remember The Wire when Orlando tried to get in the dope game? He's like, "Oh, you want to be a gangster? Welcome to the gangster." When he sold the undercover the dope.
Yeah.
It's like shit. It's like Tekashi. Shit, want to be a gangster? Hey, here you go.
Tekashi didn't have to go watch The Wire. He could have learned from his peer, somebody who he was in communication with, who's locked up now, and who
murder,
and who was convicted based on some music type shit. Bobby Shmurda. You see this firsthand and shit to where you witness a nigga get convicted off his lyrics type shit. Now this is not the first person to do this, but it's somebody that he's parallel with, somebody you're in communication with. I don't understand how you this close to the situation, you don't understand how real it is. You know what I'm saying? How it can happen. If it happened to him, it can happen to me type shit. Motherfuckers be thinking they above the law, man.
Oh yeah, the song with Bobby Shmurda actually from the
Rapping on the phone.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. They be thinking that shit. They think that shit's a game.
Cool,
like motherfuckers, like I be.
He took 7, so his boys one had to do 50, 60 years. He's like, we all just do the 7 together. That's some solid shit. I guess if you.
Shit, I don't know his backstory, but I would guess he probably had a little more affiliation before the rap jumped off. Like, he just seemed like somebody who would just jump on when he started rapping.
Gotta live your truth.
I don't know.
If he had just kept it, look, y'all, man. Everybody in that whole circle should have been honest with each other.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be trying to prey on niggas and shit.
You are
know
meal
what I'm saying?
ticket.
And you get behind the meal ticket though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get behind the Jay-Z. Just think Jay-Z. Emery, you know what I'm saying? He had niggas who got locked up who could have been like, well, we all need to be locked up. But they saw in him, like, I don't understand the particulars, but I know that it was situations where they out there hustling and shit, he ain't get caught. He hold them down. They go do their time shit, they get out to a life of lavish living. You have to protect
the motherfucking breadwinner. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect the gold egg if you want to thrive. You know what I'm saying? But niggas be having short vision and shit to what they don't think about. And that shit that nigga said, this is another reason why I tell. Cause when that nigga in court say that silly shit, we don't, nigga, guess what the fuck we doing? That's your honor, motherfucker. We ain't on the streets, no motherfucker. But what are you talking about? Like, what? You not serious. You not trying to get out. You fucking delusional. You fucking crazy. Man, this ain't like motherfucker.
That's like, he tried to, I know, he ain't just, he with us. Like, that's that, they call us type shit.
Hell
when he tried this, he said, I fired everybody. I ain't with them. He with us. We don't fold. We Treyway. Okay.
That shit.
Bring that nigga right back into.
I looked at this nigga like, what the fuck are you doing, nigga?
No, man, that shit's crazy.
The shit crazy as hell, man. But you gotta live your truth. You know what I'm saying? You, at the end of the day, all them niggas be crying. Cause don't nobody want to be no YouTube legend. Where nigga, you got a 50 million views and shit. Don't know how you used to hustle.
Yeah,
On a more sad note. Dwight.
Damn.
Dwight. Cue in the funeral music. Dwight motherfucking Howard. Young boys gotta listen close. Live your truth, Dwight. What's done in dark comes to light.
Damn.
We must know that these are allegations. I will not substantiate these rumors as a fact, but goddamn it, it's damning. On Saturday night, Mason Elijah. Why do faggots not have normal names like Sarah or Barbara? This nigga got some more complicated shit. Mason, Masinelije. Now, I don't know how why you exercise?
Because he's a teacher. No, because you're the teacher, so
we gonna let you
get enunciate.
On Saturday night.
He been waiting on this gay topic.
Where he from?
The camera been watching, man. He been getting a little excited. Man.
On Saturday, Mason started a Twitter thread saying that he had dated. I'm so fucking glad they said he, because they've been calling this nigga she everywhere I've been watching.
Boy. That
he had dated Washington Wizards center Dwight Howard. Elijah also wrote that after breaking up with Howard, he was harassed and threatened by both Howard and a man named Calvin who works for him. Deadspin contacted the Wizards on Monday, requested comment from the team and Howard. On Tuesday, Deadspin reached out to Howard directly via email listed on his website. As of this posting, Deadspin hasn't heard back from either one. This post will be updated. While Howard and his team have stayed quiet, the nigga has not. He's continued to talk on Twitter and Instagram about the accusations and defend himself from people claiming him as who've called him a gold digger and a liar who has made up stories before. Who did he have a story about before?
Playboy Cardi just last year.
In an Instagram video, the dude said that he was a transgender woman. Wait a minute. Damn, said that reports that he was a transgender woman. Their words were wrong and that he is a man. The thread began on Saturday night with the dude going over how the two met and developed a relationship until he found out Howard was sleeping with someone else. He got mad at Dwight Howard. And from there, the Twitter thread goes the recording of what the boy said who was Dwight Howard. I've heard the recordings. Have y'all?
Nah, I ain't heard it.
You listen to it.
Yeah.
It's just these motherfuckers and shit.
Dwight said enough to make it.
Dwight. Hold on, his wife.
Oh, yeah?
It sounded like interview Dwight did. It sounded like Dwight. They had a conversation and shit to where. Hold on, this is what the punk said. So this is how that damn conversation went. Typical. This is the fucking shit that threw me off. This is what the nigga said. Typical guy lying. I don't mind cheating, but you're allegedly a transgender sex party sticking your penis in everyone raw. Okay, Magic Johnson 2.0 with amnesia. This nigga said you a typical guy. So what the fuck are you? You're atypical, but you're still a typical guy. But
He said my relationship with Dwight was pretty much over in my eyes, especially after he threatened to beat the shit out of me. Of course I am mouthy. Listen to this shit, man. Of course I am mouthy and threatened him back and said, of course you gonna threaten me back, nigga. I hit you. I hit you back. Hey, why are you? This shit is crazy. I'm not gonna read too many more of this shit, but I got a Twitter. And the only time I tweet is when this show share or I retweet some shit that somebody else said. I don't normally go to fuck with people. I kept seeing niggas saying she, and I read these tweets. Yeah. I said, this is a man. Why do y'all keep saying she? This is for them motherfuckers mentally ill. Y'all condoning this shit. This
shit. Y'all sick in the head.
Niggas playing dress up.
So, Dwight. Like, I don't understand, because for one,
Dwight around your lips.
if I had heard the taste of shit, I said he might respect fuck out if said that shit.
He is like,
hold on, that nigga with that meat swinging was lying. I'd have said he was lying, but when I heard that nigga voice and he was trying to be calm and like I don't understand, like in my entire life, I've never talked on the phone to a faggot on purpose. Never. So
you guilty when you recognize your voice.
Hell yeah.
He said it like it was an interview. Like I'm not gonna give you no facts, and that's fine. But why you on the phone with the question?
What was the elaborate?
He didn't say anything clear. He just kind of said like
he acted like a motherfucker could have possibly been getting recorded. Yeah. Like they might be recording this shit. So
but I still need to pick up for damage control.
Hell yeah. But I heard the other shit where the motherfucker, his homeboy, who they said was a person, called this motherfucker.
This thing got mohawk too.
Oh, the punk. The
punk. He got a mohawk. What do I look like with a mohawk?
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit this punk said though. You know what he said?
What he say?
Dwight said something like no, somebody said something about Dwight ain't gay, and he said he a 6'11" bottom.
Yeah.
No.
Michael said that. I mean, Charlamagne was saying that this morning.
No, well, Charlamagne heard the punk say because the punk said in his tweets called Dwight a 6'11" bottom.
Calling him a bottom.
Hold on.
The sissy said
man, listen.
Dwight might be the sissy.
Listen, man. Listen. Oh, this is sissy no matter what.
Yeah.
Listen. Active imagination. All I did was see Dwight Howard laying on his stomach cheesing. With that motherfucking mohawk. Hey, listen. This shit is sad. This shit more sad than anything.
Kobe John win the championship. This nigga over here getting his ass.
Somebody was that fat nigga with them glasses on. I'm Magic Son. Hey, but no, listen. Hold on, let's be serious for a minute. How do you feel about this, son? Like, do you care?
Did y'all hoop on a team together?
Nah, we didn't hoop on the team together.
Same high school though?
Nah, we didn't go to the same high school. Dwight Christian, he go to church with you.
He got the crescent moon on his.
Nah, man. Dwight went to Christian school. He's the son of a sheriff. This is a shame. Shout out to the sheriff wherever you at.
You know,
Our Lady. Nah, they went to Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy. We went to Muslim school.
Okay.
But we always played
with each other
each year in basketball. As much as you try to swing this to be a gay conversation, Corey's tickled by all this.
MC said, "Watch the Knicks from Atlanta."
We played against each other. 2 years. Because he was always on varsity as a freshman. I didn't make varsity till 11th grade. So, yeah. I mean, it does put in perspective. He did dunk on a few of my friends, so in some ways that make you wonder. He did. I still got the picture. I'm on the bench, so I like to point out. This is a great time to point out that I didn't really get much playing time.
I knew something wrong with that nigga.
He wasn't always gay though.
When I say how you feel about it, yeah.
But he always had.
You don't become gay.
But he always had a weirdness about him. Even in high school, all the girls wanted him, and This is after LeBron did his thing. He was never going for it. He went to little Christian.
So that nigga had like 10 baby
Hold
mamas or
on,
some shit.
let's don't act like he don't get bitches down.
Yeah.
He do,
But I'm gonna tell you, go ahead.
he's got that. He was always weird. Like
Niggas who be oversexed, man, like they seem like they be compensated sometimes. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not necessarily you hiding gay shit, but it's you hiding some. I don't want to become fucking analytical about this shit, sound like no fucking woman, but it's like something you trying to cover up. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you, and it could be, he grew up in that kind of environment and shit. He probably was touched as a boy. He probably was touched, but these are all allegations. When I say how you feel about it, I'm like, do you care? Like, is this something that should be newsworthy?
nah, but I mean, it is. I mean,
This
he's
shit
from
should-
Atlanta, so
this
that
shit should-
adds something to it. It adds
I
something.
think it should be newsworthy just because, and this how come a lot of women say a lot of men gay. There's not a lot of gay men in the world. It's just that when you catch shocking niggas like this, you be like, ain't no telling who else sucking dick. You know what I'm saying? It just make you think like when Magic Johnson allegedly had HIV, you start looking at your favorite players and shit, trying to see if they sneeze when they was on the free throw line. Someone else in the NBA got to have HIV. Magic Johnson, if he did have it, he out of the whole NBA. Was he the only nigga with AIDS?
And the only Laker.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But how do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't care. I think it's funny though. Shit, just another gay Atlanta nigga. That's how I look at it.
Niggas suck dick all the time, B.
Not big.
6'11".
6'11".
Man, 6'11". Yeah, 6'11". Hey, that was.
Bottle nigga. He ain't even taking it.
But the funniest meme is well, not the funniest. The most used meme is the butt injury last year. Everybody kept using.
That's this year got that glute injury.
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's a YouTube video where this shit talking about some. The title is Dwight Howard. Hold on, man. Dwight Howard ex-boyfriend. Look at this nigga, man.
They said
Look at this nigga, man. Dwight, this motherfucker said him and Dwight Howard.
that look like somebody.
Say him and Dwight Howard made eye contact. I make eye contact with this nigga right here. I'm liable to follow that shit with an uppercut.
Oh, you.
Howard, man, see, look, man,
I
see.
don't get it.
Listen, I don't feel like I'm condoning no kind of shit like this. But at least get you a punk to look like a woman. You know what I'm saying?
But here's the crazy.
This nigga like a knee with weave, man.
Yeah,
This motherfucker like a knee.
Like his name Charles.
This nigga name is Chuck. This nigga name is Chuck. Man,
But why they try to shame him? Like first they want
Shame
to
him?
accept. Nah, I'm saying like the gay people. They want to be accepted. Then
because
turn around and
you
say,
have to
"Oh,
live,
he's gay
because you have to
too."
live your truth. He's in denial.
Ah.
If he was out here flamboyant, this is me. Whatever the fuck they do when they come out the closet. If he just run out that closet and shit, they gonna accept him. But if he try, listen, I'm for the expose. I don't think no nigga should be an undercover faggot.
Yeah.
I think we all should know. Cause you can't be hitting bitches and niggas.
What was that movie? It's dusty in here. I think you got some dust in your eye. What was that shit? Nigga in Washington and shit had a wife and was passing around HIV to men and shit. Down or some shit.
Not my kind of movie. Moving on to something lighter. Something a little bit more positive.
Somewhere Bobby's happy. He
Bobby
got his shoe. You
Ooh,
remember when Bobby V got his shoe?
Bobby Valentino. Also from Atlanta.
The heat is off of me. But when you was, man, speaking of Atlanta, when you was in Atlanta, man, was it like a big gay population? Like that you was,
It wasn't. It's
You have to go
we
into the area.
I
We
wasn't
remember
sheltered.
when it. We weren't. I mean, we were sheltered, but we weren't sheltered. Like back then, it was okay to call people gay because you don't do that in public. And when we was in high school, so about 04, I think it might have started right at 03, 04. We was always downtown, and one time out of nowhere there was a gay pride parade, just first time, and they held it through Lenox. I mean, what the hell? And
Did you
from
leave?
then on, I wasn't there to be honest. We clowned my friend who went there because it was, back in that day, it was like, man, you gay for even getting off of that bus stop. And so ever since then, Midtown, if you go to Atlanta, Midtown's always been their spot. They got the intersections painted where it's like, it's colored up, so you know where their block's at. And they own a big chunk, but they down there now. I mean, so it's different.
You went to an Islamic school and gay Muslims your school.
Well, I mean, back in that day, so we use the term for anything. So
No,
if you even a little,
like man, hindsight maybe couldn't come out in that environment, but now that motherfucker out there, she with a pink Quran.
I always thought so. I mean, to be truthful, I always thought so. Yeah, there was one.
I mean, there's gay people in every circle.
Nah,
it's just that
there was one.
off the top.
He was above his. He was ahead of his time, actually. He was ahead of his time. He was younger than us, about 3-4 years, and he was
mature.
He was like that. What we saw in the video.
He was mature as hell, wasn't he? Faz be super mature, though.
Like,
why does Faz be so mature, man?
He had that rock. He had the nails back.
Let the rock light being beat up.
Hey, they be 5 years old. They be 5 years old talking about, ooh, what kind of weave is that? You know what I'm saying? Little gay kids be doing shit they should know.
That was supposed to be 1 out of 1,000. We was like, man,
they come up to you.
They didn't put them out.
Hey, a 6-year-old gay boy, I'm calling you and say, is this Malaysian?
That's how he was.
Like that. They be mature as shit.
6th grade. He was like that because we was in like 9 for 10.
They sit down and listen to their mamas talk all day.
Yeah.
That's how they be. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's unfortunate.
They say you try to suck your dick, boy.
What?
These are stories. And this shit starting to come back my memory, man, because they said this shit happened because he had an older brother who was in the class with a nigga right under me. And they say they got him. This nigga was hanging with him and his brother was kicking it. The little brother while they was passed out. He got the little friend. And so that's a story where if that guy that I'm thinking of right here right now, I'd be like, yo, you know we told that story. You ain't had no way of denying it then. I mean, what can we do now? It's true.
Wait a minute, he was asleep.
He's asleep.
And he woke up and his panties around his ankles.
I don't know. I mean, but this is how come I be saying this. We can go get off this subject right after this though. We always talk about how people be like, just because that person gay don't mean they want to fuck you. I think you did on some grimy
this is what I'm saying. This is on some what?
Grimy shit.
I'm about to get you while you sleep. I'm gay.
That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like they say that just because somebody gay don't mean they want to have sex with you. But underneath all that flaring hair, that's still a nigga. And he had fucking his fucking testosterone is through the roof, and he's ready. He's still attracted to what the fuck he like. He's still attracted to what he like. You know what I'm saying? So
he's out here taking
if he's attracted, listen. If he in the niggas and shit, you know what I'm saying, caramel complected, glasses and shit, strong fashion sense.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
He want a leader, good, strong.
Thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, that's what he
but like if they like what they like, you know what I'm saying, they still men. So why I'm not getting in the shower when that niggas in the shower. I'm not going to sleep around this motherfucking cum dumpster.
Oh, I know who you are, Chris Hansen.
But no. So, shout out to Dwight Howard. Live your truth, nigga. If that's what you do, man, you gotta just, cause you can't be on your what's the boy name? And this was it's crazy because this was Atlanta too. What's the preacher name?
I've been delivered.
No.
Eddie Long.
Hell
Bishop
yeah.
Eddie Long.
That's what.
No, I'm just saying, though, it's not shit. Like, he got exposed because these niggas be on the down low and shit, man.
You the boys in the pool and shit with them.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, from Atlanta.
You gotta live your truth. It's like, how do you...
the church.
Like, I don't even... say, well,
He's in front of the church. He had a nigga in the box get raped.
I don't speak on that. I ain't never heard no such
okay.
like that.
I guarantee you in the history of life, somebody got raped in the mosque.
Where were you? The school.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Hanging out.
I'm saying, basically, he gave that motherfucker
somebody gonna get killed too. That's
what happened.
That's what any place of worship.
Yeah.
You catch some lewd act.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's just false homicide. Not advocating, I'm like violence in that. You know what I'm saying? Not advocating violence against nobody, but you can understand. you can understand. But on a lighter note, we're gonna talk about a different gay person. Will Smith, he's Will Smith is him and Martin Lawrence confirmed they having Bad Boys 3. Anybody excited about that?
Might be a little too late for it.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it still. You know what I mean? But just like, all right. You know?
They gonna know what to do though. I mean, because the whole
It's a retired
Bad Boys 3 is, I mean, they fill in their characters, but it's really the story. The stories can be done with their age. I mean, it's just got to be rated R. I think they really need to push it past those who came up on it are old enough to see it cross a certain line.
I don't think I make it rated R. I mean, just my opinion, I think you can get away with a good PG-13. Because for one, Will Smith is not a rated R type actor. Neither he or Mark Lawrence. They the comedians, and I think they can do shit in a way that it can be funny. And even like if it's lewd or something that is some kind of innuendo, I think that they can finesse it and shit, make it funny. But I think that to make it as bankable as they want to, it's gonna be PG-13. When you draw in a larger crowd. Plus, we like Bad Boys light. You know what I'm saying? When we think buddy comedy is rated R, and I'm not trying to sell you or nothing, but you probably too young. You never seen 48 Hours, have you?
No.
You?
Well,
listen.
wait a minute.
Hold on, listen. If we sitting right here, I'm talking about buddy comedies. If you sitting right here, I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all have to see 48 Hours. You have to see 48 Hours. I mean, this is kind of like 80s, some shit like that. One of the funniest duo movies, you know what I'm saying? Where it's buddy movie, like buddy comedies. And what made me bring this about is because it's in the same vein it is. You know what I'm saying? Where it's two dudes who stand out there at the peaks of their career at the time, Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte. But it's something to watch, and I was gonna talk about like some of the best buddy comedy, but just on this one though, I definitely look forward to seeing it. Will Smith, he's a quality actor. Martin Lawrence, quality actor. They got good chemistry. All they got to do is keep Brett Ratner away from it, and then have an incredible ride. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, it's so much shit you can do with the characters and stuff. It's been time. It's been like 15 years, something like that, since the last one came out. So I'm excited about this one.
Would you make it the last, like this a last case? Because remember, Mike Lowry always wanted a new partner.
I'll make it
like a retirement.
I'll leave it open ended because when you say last case, it starts sounding like Lethal Weapon. It starts seeming like Lethal Weapon. You ever seen that shit? Another motherfucking dope ass motherfucking duo type shit. But I'm definitely interested in seeing this. And we talked about, is it too late? That's like Friday. I'm still waiting on Last Friday. I would love to see a Last Friday and shit. So I think
with everybody too, Smokey and Day Day.
Hell yeah. I like to see how they interact.
That can age well too.
Yeah. It's all about like, and then you could blow the box office. I think that if you made Friday, the last Friday right now, with that ensemble, just think Q, Chris Tucker, Mike Epps, Cat Williams, John Witherspoon, Tiny Lister. Crazy. Just go on with people. Only person missing the late great Bernie Mac. You know what I'm saying? But
would you bring Terry Crews back?
I'll bring all the big names.
Gotta bring Crews.
You gotta get yourself a fan.
Yeah.
But with this movie though, I think that if you was to bring this to theaters, I think that this could be the biggest black movie ever. I think this would easily be the biggest black movie ever. Some people say Black Panther, but that's not a black movie. That's why I say black movie. I'm talking about like producers and people who actually call the shot and it's written and directed by black. Well, shout out to Ryan Coogler for doing that shit.
DJ Pooh right there with Q.
You know they're not about to let that happen.
What?
Now they got their boy Kevin Hart at the top.
I mean, you can't stop that though.
Call it the man trying to. That's the conspiracy. I mean, that's my conspiracy.
That's what they say.
Well, he rocking him, and y'all not about to take over.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Kevin Hart kind of corny to me. He done had some funny shit, but he corny. But it's corny. That's what worked for him. But I think a lot of motherfuckers hate on Kevin Hart. A lot of people in the industry, for whatever reason, where they feel like he's the token boy or whatever. I think it's certain ways you handle shit. I don't like when niggas who got money sit there arguing shit like they do, especially when it's white people pulling strings. You know what I'm saying?
Him and Mike, where they be.
Well, you got Mike Epps. Who else be slandering?
Cat Williams.
Cat Williams, man. I don't like to call people crazy, just this, but he's so fucking ignorant.
You know what I'm saying? He be so fucking off, man. That
You think
He
it's
drunk
drugs?
that
You
shit.
think
It
he's
be
sober?
drugs with Cat.
Yeah, it gotta be drugs. That's why I said he
Drugs
can't be
with Cat.
sober.
So every time he sober up, he go back on his what
he don't ever go back.
he said.
I've
He
never
did
heard
what
that
Tiffany
nigga
had. It's the only person he
What did he say
apologized.
about her?
He just
He
apologized.
apologized.
Said
What
she
he
ain't
say?
got no talent when she there. She fucked
No,
the white
you
bitch.
know what I'm saying? What he
I
said
don't-
about
I didn't hear the-
what did he apologize for? I didn't even know what he said as an apology.
It was indirect. He said something about Tiffany.
Yeah.
And then it was said that he.
I know what he said as far as the
backtracked.
slander though, but I need.
And I don't know how well he backtracked it, but I just each one because even with
I ain't
Kevin
never
Hart,
heard that nigga go back on his
He
shit.
met her after the
him
show,
and Kevin Hart,
apologizing
he
and
said
bowed.
something about he gonna let it
I
go
looked
or
it up.
something, but almost like I'm not wrong, but I'm
So that's
sorry.
what I'm saying though. So that, I mean, you say when he sober up,
Yeah.
so
But it ain't as
that's an
6ix9ine is where I'm just yelling all types of wild shit,
yeah.
like, and that's what he. Yeah, nah, you right. But
What was that? We'll wrap it up. Ah, one more.
25 years.
We'll go finish that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of old shit, like 1990, I can't remember what year, but Boomerang. You ever seen that?
No. You talking about cartoons and stuff, basically.
I know that channel, but the movie.
Eddie Murphy, Halle Berry, David Allen Greer, Martin Lawrence. Who was Lily Rashad? This one nigga, I swear this one nigga started looking at feet.
Yeah, he's there.
Like Eddie Murphy pulled the cover back. She had hammer time going on. He left her. That's when niggas really started talking about feet. But they talk about doing a TV series for that. They started talking y'all if y'all ain't never seen the movie. Man.
Remember with the dog, the leash in the
He's a motherfucking player.
Yeah.
But they talking about they talking about doing a Boomerang series on Halle Berry. She's supposed to be the head. I'm not a Halle Berry fan in any capacity.
You don't really like her.
She a bad witch. I'm not a fan of bad witches. But I don't watch too much BET, but I mean, it should probably be a good series. I like to see what the cast gonna be like, who writing it and shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and wrap it up for.
Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg's first and only classic album turned 25 years old this weekend. You, well, shit, 25 years. You was what, 30?
yeah,
30?
I was 3.
Yeah,
I'll
like
take
28.
that.
28, 30.
Came out in 1993.
93.
This was the second classic album to come out on Death Row.
Chronic.
This one Death Row was everything. This one Death Row was running hip hop when everybody wanted to wear Dickies and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And Dope Man Nikes.
Incredible album. On the heels of Chronic, it was hard to think that anybody could come with something so hard so soon. The Chronic was probably like one of them albums and shit that just shook up the world. We all run around talking about gin and juice.
That's the first concert I ever went to. Like,
Straight up.
yeah.
We was all talking about gin and juice and shit like that, trying to act like we were West Coast and shit. I remember they had to dial Ricky Harris, the late great Ricky Harris. I mean, that was a hell of a movie. I think they had the best interludes and shit.
What was the one? 20-something pyramid, 20 ghetto pyramid.
Hell yeah. They had the singles come out on Doggy Style was Who I Am, What's My Motherfucking Name, that shit, that gin and juice. It's a crazy big step world.
That's a
It's
hell of a
a
sample.
doggy. That motherfucking
Hell of a
CD
sample.
was crazy. That whole CD was crazy, and it's a shame that we talked about it, I think, a couple weeks ago, but that's that nigga's only classic.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
But if you're going to have only one classic, this is the classic you want.
Yeah.
He redid Lottie Dottie. That Murder with the Cases on that motherfucker. For my nigga, this is for the this is for the
that's how
G's
you know.
and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers. Now back to the G. And then one of my favorite fucking songs in hip hop. The opening verse on this motherfucker could possibly be one of my favorite. It's definitely top 5 in the song. That Ain't No Fun.
Oh, yeah.
That Nate Dogg opening verse on that motherfucker is a classic. When I met you last night, baby. Hey, listen. When that shit come on in my head, I sound just like Warren. I mean, Nate Dogg. That shit was so fucking hard. I think
You could turn that on in a party or a club or anywhere now, And
yeah, it's gonna bang.
it's not,
That
everybody's
that
gonna,
whole fucking CD going though.
yeah.
That whole CD, and I'm gonna say this, man, and I don't know if motherfuckers gonna agree with me, but I think that Doggy Style is better than Chronic. I'll take Doggy Style over Chronic.
Look at the Chronic track.
And now I might have to recant, but if I'm just looking at that Chronic, I mean that Doggy Style track list, I think I'm taking Doggy Style over Chronic. It's crazy though, cause Chronic came out in '92. This shit is old, nigga. It make me feel so fucking old.
The Ghetto Boys, he's nothing but a G thing.
Oh
Let
yeah,
Me
I'm
Ride,
taking.
Fuck with Dre Day, 22nd, Lyric Hot Power. Yeah. It's kind of seemed more like a compilation also.
What
the Chronic, like.
I mean, it was because Dre's not a
Dre
rapper.
so.
I'm just talking about as far as the concept of an album. But I gotta add that Doggy Style over Chronic. But it was
But
just
hey,
no
when he
Doggy Style
took
without
that
the
Dre
Chronic.
Day, when he slowed down, it was easy that slowed down.
That motherfucker Dre Day too. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying anything to take away from the Chronic, but it's just like my
Yeah,
personal
I'ma go.
preference is Doggy Style. But
Straight
Doggy
up
Style
there,
wouldn't have
bro.
been
Oh, that
Doggy
bitches
Style
ain't shit.
without. How'd they go?
Bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks. Tucked on the nuts and that shit
Yeah.
had
I
a
still like
crazy ass
Doggy
intro.
Style. I mean, and this is like I said, no slight to Chronic.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible album. The fucking how they going with the
Even the Let Me Ride remix, the
Yeah.
G-Funk remix, that was.
hell yeah. But shout out to Snoop. He just got his
Do you remember those days?
No, I mean,
With singles, where they give you like an extra song. Like, you remember that? You go buy a single.
we
B
Maxi
side.
single.
B side was all the hard. I mean, the
Yeah.
B side will hit him up with some.
Yep.
And the B side, how do you want it?
Yeah.
What's that side?
Nah, I thought he was asking a different question. That's it. By the time we started rocking with them, they were in CDs. So we remember the artwork, so I know that case.
I still remember, nigga, when I was still was cassettes. Shout out to Kendrick when they were carrying around CDs and shit. I was sitting there with tapes in my pocket looking through a CD book. I was always late, nigga. I was always late. Until I could buy my own shit, nigga, I'm late as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But and Snoop just got his star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. I guess
HC Walk
congratulations to him. Congratulations, Snoop. I guess it's something that he wanted. I thank myself. I thank
He did.
myself. He already thanked me. Shout out to him, man. He done came a long way.
Yeah.
Like, you understand, like, when this shit came out, he was literally facing a murder case.
Yeah.
You know, like, people forget that shit. Like, we was young. 1993, I was 14. I didn't understand the gravity of the situation when he on trial for murder.
You just
You
know,
what I'm
Kurt
saying?
Louder came out across MTV with updates.
I mean, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? This before OJ. This shit happened before OJ shit, so we not understand how big murder is until OJ. You know, oh, they trying to put you under the jail. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Snoop again. It's a fantastic album.
Yeah, right now, come by the show.
You got a favorite Snoop song?
Yeah, probably that, what's that, how that beat goes, that, 1, 2, 3 into the 4.
That's a G thing.
It's a G thing.
No, that's his, he just got a verse on that then, don't he?
Yeah.
That his song?
Nah, it's
That's on Chronic, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's on
Yeah.
Chronic.
I mean, you can call it Snoop song.
Yeah.
Shit, he did that.
He
Yeah,
wrote
I
it.
like that
Yeah.
shit. Cause that
I don't even know if he wrote that shit.
How did that shit go? I thought he didn't produce that song. Did he produce that
Hell
song?
no. Snoop don't produce.
He ain't do nothing with the beats or none of that stuff type stuff. He just wrote and rap, huh?
Yeah.
Man, I'm
You
trying
see
to
wrote
what's
that
my
shit.
favorite?
Yes, he wrote like
What about you, Asad?
My favorite Snoop song.
And I'm sitting there looking through a couple
That's
of them.
probably my favorite verse. Thing is, we don't.
I'm
play
gonna tell you,
that song.
man. We said
I couldn't even do
we
it.
said that's his only classic album, but he had a classic song that came years after that dropped it like it's hot. On the Neptune beat, that shit was hard.
That
as
was
fuck.
They go
that
say
was
whoop.
so hard.
That shit was trash.
That shit was hard.
That shit was fucking trash. That motherfucker, that shit was ridiculous, man. I used to love that shit. My son used to love that shit. What,
I'ma
what's
say-
your favorite one?
I got two. Ain't No Fun.
You heard the original?
Huh?
You heard the original?
You said the
The
original?
original one, they died. Slick Rick.
Slick Rick.
No, I ain't heard the original.
Slick Rick
With
got the
boy
best story
beatboxing, the best story there. But I'm gonna go with Ain't No Fun and that Dog World. Even though I thought Corrupt had the best verse on there. Small Change Willie from Philly. That's who he was in the video. I thought he had on that song had the best verse.
I'm gonna go for my favorite Snoop song. What's My Motherfucking Name?
Yeah.
And the reason why I can't take it Ain't No Fun because that's my favorite song, but it's not because of him. You know what I'm saying? But that I can remember all the videos. He'll get his hair done. He'll ride on the handlebars on the bike and shit. I remember.
Parents gone. Now that was in the juice.
Yeah,
the parents was gone.
That shit was incredible, man. Shout out to Snoop, man.
Damn, Murder was
It
the
had to
case.
be Lay Low.
That shit hard as fuck. What you saying, son?
That Lay Low song, cause that's around.
Yeah, that shit wasn't bad.
Time, man. We just respected Snoop as a artist. It's like he was like Temptations. If y'all say he's great, he's great. So that's how we in our time. So.
Yeah.
But how the dogs when the humans turned into dogs in the video, they kind of look like the dog that they turned into.
Nigga look just like that motherfucker.
Government picture. Yeah.
I definitely like that.
Then he tried to put out that Bible of Love.
Oh.
That's when you know you ain't got shit on your hand but
I'd rather him still
that shit go back in the day. They got that one called Bitch Please when he did with Exhibit. When
That's
Exhibit was
Drake
rocking.
shit.
That's on Drake. That's Chronic 2001.
Yeah, I like that shit.
Yeah.
Snoop had some.
But we're gonna wrap this up though, man. We done had a fantastic show like we always do. Remember, always lay your truth. Go ahead, man, before I get my ending. What's that? You got anything you want to say, Juve?
Man,
Renaissance Juvie.
Man, I was slacking last week on that video for y'all who was looking out for it, but it's gonna be up. We got content coming throughout the week. We cleared up past the holidays, so make sure y'all look out for that, man. Make sure y'all download the app, get on the YouTube channel, subscribe, and check us out on all streams: Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, all that stuff. Let's call that Jude.
Allahu Akbar.
Hey man, that's not a cool introduction, but I think you was talking to me. Hey, feels good to be back on the show. We're here 2 weeks in a row. Numbers is up. I mean, I do numbers. You all gonna realize this is the hottest show. I'm telling you right now. Hey, I wanted to, but you're gonna get us indicted, man.
Come on,
Are you
gonna break, man? They gonna say, "Is you real fashionista?" No, I just thinking, I don't want no smoking.
No, I take these heels off.
Out of them oranges, out of that orange.
What'd you say?
You gonna do a fashion show in the jumpsuit? But shit, man, it's good to be here, man. It's always a good place to be. It's kind of like a lunch table. I said that in the group chat the other day. Now you get to the lunch table to start clowning. So
yeah, can't wait to get for lunch. That's how it be on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Hey, the group chat got some of the best combos and jokes.
I don't know if they get them deep on combos. We gotta get back to our deep combos. We gotta get you out that church before he count these 25 days. He got his 25 days.
We was straight.
Y'all ain't shipping TMZ. I gotta go somewhere for deep conversation.
Yeah, they don't understand.
Go ahead, no cool.
Like I said, the best team out there, we could be the Supreme team, the 97 Bulls, the 2016 Warriors. Hell, tune in, tell a friend, tell a friend.
And when you look at somebody, you kind of like you look at him, you like, hold on now, man. You not Curry, you not Clay.
Who is he?
Who are you?
Iguodala. I take Iguodala shit. I take Swaggy P.
Now you heard that out there. Now you gotta come see the show, see who you is. Man.
What up? Another fantastic show like we always told y'all. Tell y'all week in, week out. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Like Renaissance Juvie said, video will be up this Friday. Live your truth, man. Don't let nobody define how you carry yourself or the way you think of yourself, because at the end of the day, when you stand with them code Ds, everybody got separate cases. Everybody faces separate court dates. In the end, you got to stand up for yourself and stand on your own, too. Catch us next week on the greatest podcast you never heard of. You can see to nobody.